How's it going, y'all? Um, this is kind of a topic that I don't really take too many notes on, for the simple fact that it was a topic of discussion I had with another individual not too long ago, earlier on this evening, and honestly, it just was of such importance and interest to me personally that I just wanted to get right into it. So, what I want to talk to you guys about today was the importance of technology and how it can benefit us and how it is extremely unbeneficial towards humanity as a whole. A lot of people go ahead and continue to use their phones on the daily. I mean, I know I sure as hell do. They continue to look up memes every day. There's posts that I see as I'm swiping through social media that really personally irks me because I go ahead and I look at it and I'm like, you're ridiculous. Why would you post something like this? There's one post that I seen today that I thought was funny. Not for the reason that a lot of other people think it's funny, because it was, to me, like, this is ridiculous. Why would you want this out of another individual? It said, a girlfriend that sends you nudes or a girlfriend that sends you funny memes. And it was like, well, I choose the girlfriend that sends me funny memes. And we are so preoccupied with memes and everything that is funny to us on social media, we lose sight of the greater things in life. We are continuously mind boggled by simple things that make us simple creatures. We are blinding ourselves continuously by these social media outlets rather than looking for something that could go ahead and benefit us in an informational manner. I love social media. It gives me this opportunity to go ahead and talk to y'all and hopefully spread, my mindset across, many other people's brains and see if they, take a liking to it and it clicks with them. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe some of you guys are watching this and think, man, this guy's whack. He just doesn't know what he's talking about. It's all right, you can end the video. You don't have to continue watching. I'm all right with that. It's not going to bother me because all I'm trying to do is at least get to one person, to open up one person's eyes. And hopefully that individual can take what little bit of information and knowledge I've gone ahead and given them and run with it. Completely change their mindset for the better. I'm not trying to change you as a person, but we're supposed to change. We're supposed to continuously grow. And a lot of people, we're continuously declining. We do not know how to grow. It's very upsetting to see this. And I personally, like I said, it irks me, the amount of people that just don't want to figure out what this world has to offer us, what our minds are truly capable of. This conversation I was having with this other individual earlier tonight, she's, in my eyes, she's an amazing woman. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got her shit together in a lot of ways. She's one with God, which I think is really awesome. Maybe some of y'all ain't religious. That's your thing. If I'm talking too much about religion, maybe tell me, because sometimes people don't like that. I'm not here to go ahead and steer clear of everyone's feelings, but sometimes people get carried away with one topic or another, religion or politics, and I'm not a big fan of that. Now, back on what I was saying, I'm sorry, going down a rabbit hole. This individual I was talking with, I continued to talk to her about how technology is continuously brainwashing us. It's taking us over in so many ways. You go to a four-way stop in the middle of nowhere, and there's a stop sign, right? You can go forward without having to wait for a red light. But you get to a four-way stop in the middle of nowhere with a red light. There's no one coming from miles either direction. But you continue to stay stopped at that red light. The majority of us do. Some people that have common sense, no cop, no stop kind of deal, they just go on with their daily lives. They don't let technology determine who they are. They don't let technology run them. We all think that, we have the opportunity to use technology to our benefit, and we do, but in all reality, the mass majority of individuals don't do so. They are, like I said previously, brainwashed by social media and technology as a whole. There are so many things that technology has done for us, that I personally can't even tell you. I think, an idol of mine is Nikola Tesla. You look at that dude, there's so many different things that he has done, so many inventions he's made that haven't even, been used, for the simple fact that there's so many people that in politics, like I said, I'm not a big fan of talking about it, but politics is, I've said this in other videos, one person changing things for the better, and then, making things worse for others. So I'm going to purposely make it where I get $20 every time you release a song I made, but or use, let's say, oil. I get X amount of money for however much oil you use in mine, so that's why I don't want you to use electric cars. That's a better example. So we go ahead and have thrown a lot of his inventions out of the way. A lot of the technology that he's came up with could have changed our outlook on who we are as individuals as a whole. We wouldn't be talking into this phone to connect with other people. Could quite literally just telepathically send messages, because science is so advanced, and we've as a whole shut down how advanced scientists have become and how advanced scientists have been in the past, and we're belittling who they were. It's highly upsetting to me to see that. I really think it's extremely unfortunate, but that's how it is. So going back to how we let technology run our lives, like I said, the stoplight, for example, we go ahead and stop, and we could wait there for 5 minutes and not move an inch. And it's pathetic to think that we're, quite literally getting ran by technology. We, as a whole, go ahead and go on social media, and the whole point of social media, like Instagram, per se, is to share photos and videos or memes to other people. And a lot of people go ahead and post these beautiful pictures of themselves, amazing pictures of what they're doing. They're hiking, or they're canoeing, or they're skydiving, all this shit, that is amazing experiences. Don't get me wrong. They're going out and experiencing the world. But the mass majority of people are experiencing the world for the picture nowadays, to go ahead and post it, to go ahead and get gratification by how many likes they get based on how popular other people thought their photo was, based on how cool they are, or how good looking they are. They're continuously looking for approval. In my eyes, I think that's pathetic. If you really have to look for approval in others, you need to double check who you are as an individual. Look at yourself in the mirror and see who you truly are. I'm not trying to belittle anyone or personally attack anyone, but I've had to do it to myself, I used to think, man, I'm only getting like 30 likes to a photo. This is pathetic. Well, at this point, I don't care if I get 1 like. If I post a photo, quite literally it's because I change phones pretty often. And sometimes I don't transfer all of my photos over. But the photos that are most important to me, that I want to keep, are now on social media, so I can continuously log in to my Instagram or Facebook and continue to look at those photos and have for safekeeping. And then I print them out, like the old-fashioned days, So we have the hard copy. So not everything is digitalized. Because in all reality, those photos that you took, those memories that you had, are really going to die with you and anymore. Because you look at photos of your great-grandparents. Your great-grandparents. That's generations before you that you can actually still look at their photos. And it's because they had the opportunity to print them out, have a hard copy, rather than having them on, whatever software device you choose. And then once you lose or break that phone or that device, they're gone forever. You can't get them back. And if you do get them back by any chance, they're going to die with you. They quite literally are. So live for the moment. If you want to take a picture of a beautiful scene, by all means, I'm not telling you can't. If you want to take a picture of whoever you are and whatever you're doing because it's amazing and you want to remember that, by all means, you can. I'm not here to say you can't or belittle you and say that that's just redundant, But I'm saying the way we look for gratification in ourselves is through others. And it's really unfortunate because in turn that is another way of letting social media and technology run our lives, because we go for what technology has to offer us in a negative way that does not benefit us. I use Instagram often. I don't go liking a lot of photos and swiping down through my camera roll or my feed, or Facebook for that matter. I go ahead and I follow certain informational pages I read what they have to offer me, and if I feel like, even if I feel like the facts are there and they're completely true, I go ahead and still fact check them, because I want to make sure that if I go ahead and speak on any subject whatsoever, I'm correct. I'm not just spitting crap at you and you're going to be like, well, that's wrong. I want to be as, correct about any given subject that I have information on as possible, because not only do I not want to sound like an idiot, I don't want to be wrongfully giving out information that could, not benefit you in the slightest. Whether it does or doesn't benefit you, I'm going to still give a lot of information, give my input on how I feel about certain things or the knowledge I have, because I'm just that kind of person. That's why I do these videos. I continuously talk and talk and talk, and I know it gets redundant. And sometimes some people are like, man, you talk too much. I understand that, but I do have a lot of information up here. I truly believe that I use more than 10% of my mind because I have expanded it. Not just because of the knowledge that I've gotten from the physical world, but like I've explained in prior videos, I'm big into meditation. And I'm big into unlocking your third eye and keeping it open in many aspects of our lives, because in many aspects of our lives, that continuously helps us be a more well-rounded individual. I'm sorry for ranting so much. I've done a lot of talking. I greatly appreciate anyone and everyone that has taken the time out of the day to continuously watch my videos and give me feedback. I've gotten some negative feedback and some positive feedback. A lot more positive, honestly, and I'm very happy for that. But for the ones that give me negative feedback, honestly, it's great to hear it. I don't look at it and laugh and think, man, you're stupid for what you say. If I think or feel that you are in the wrong, I'm gonna question you in a very polite manner. I'm gonna ask why you feel the way you do, for what reasons. I want to see into your mind as much as possible, because I want to have as much insight about any given subject as I can. It's just who I am, and I encourage others to have that same mindset, to continuously try and gain as much insight about any given subject as they possibly can, because you're going to be a more well-rounded individual. You're going to have so much knowledge and capability that others don't, because they're not having the willpower to expand their mindset, to truly engage with others, rather than just have an aggressive conversation where someone says, man, your video is too long, you sounded like shit, you have stupid conversations or stupid topics to talk about. I mean, what do you want me to say to that? I'm not going to get in an argument with you. I want to see where that's coming from. I want to get into a deep conversation as to why you feel that way. And I encourage others to do the same, because there's no reason to have so much hostility towards another individual if you don't even know that person. And a lot of this I've seen on social media. Everyone has their haters, Everyone does. A lot of the times it's because those individuals are not self-confident enough to do what the other person that they're hating on does. I'm not trying to sound cocky or overzealous. It's facts. It's proven time after time with a lot of famous individuals. A lot of famous individuals go ahead and bash those motherfuckers that are like, man, you suck. I don't think that you should. I think that you should take the time out of your day to figure out where that originated from, why that individual has so much hostility towards whatever subject is at hand. Because if you don't, you're going to belittle them. They're going to feel like lesser of an individual, and they're going to go ahead and continue to have the same mindset, a negative mindset that is going to get them nowhere in life. I truly believe that no one is a lost cause in this world. There for a while, I thought I was a lost cause. My mindset was whack. I really had a different way of thinking that was extremely toxic. But even the older people that you think, old dogs can't learn new tricks, they may be toxic, but they can always change. People nowadays are so set in their ways at a young age that they think they can't change. Even if they claim to be open-minded and whatnot, they're not. They don't have what it takes, because they're not putting in the time and effort to go ahead and expand their mind and continue to be open-minded about any given subject. I know I've been repetitive. I apologize. I want to, again, like I tried to end it 4 or 5 minutes ago, again, thank everyone for taking the time out of the day. Thank you for the feedback, negative or positive. It's great. I really do enjoy it. Let's have a conversation about whatever this video was, however you feel about it, or any other video I've posted. Y'all have a good one, all right?